Test the sound just to make good.
Yanai, 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 There's a lot of different kinds of energy. There's a lot of talking out there and people getting to say hi and check in with each other. There's a feeling that I have of joy of seeing people in this room I haven't seen in a little while. And also it sits right in the middle of this week of lament. Paul Glickstein especially. I'm so glad to see you. I am so glad to see you. So we're writing layers in this Shabbat called Shabbat of Consolation. It sits right between Tisha B'Av, the saddest day in the Jewish calendar, and Tu B'Av, a day of love. Right in the middle of those two. Here we are, at Shabbat of Consolation. Talk a little bit more about that, but it's named after, well, I'll say that a lot of the Shabbats are named after the Parsha of words that are found in the Torah portion. This one is named after the Haftorah, the words from the Haftorah, first words. And Haftorah is not something we do a lot of reading of here at CBH, but we do observe the reading of the Haftorah on Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah, which we are 7 weeks away from as of tonight. Wow, I'm glad. That's an interesting reaction from all of you. I was trying very hard to subdue my own feelings. But yes, we're 7 weeks away. The Haftorah began to be read with the Torah. There's lots of thoughts on why this is. A couple of them I'll just share. One is that in the days of King Antiochus, 168 BCE, before the Common Era, Jews were forbidden from reading from the Torah, and the Torah was described then as the 5 books of Moses. So to get around that, our sages found readings from the prophets that allowed us to have a hint of something that might be going on in the Torah portion that week. It was an ancient hack to the system. And one more that is an interesting thing is that in the days of before, people would read the Torah, would read portions of the Torah, read portions of the prophets after morning prayers. But when times got, financial times got more constrained, people didn't have enough, they couldn't have the time to actually stay with the reading every day. So they kind of moved it to just Shabbat. And so that tradition stays with us. In any case, we have this beautiful opportunity to have a commentary that gives us another light into this week, whatever the week is. And this week we're lifting it up for Shabbat of consolation. So however you all are coming in, whatever layer you're finding yourself on, or layers you might be surfing, I'm so glad you're here. My name's Rebecca Goldsmith. If you are unfamiliar with me, if you have not been to CBH before, we're so happy you're here. And we're here just to be with whatever comes, the layers as we move from this in this liminal space of Tu B'Av to Tisha B'Av, consolation. So I'm going to invite us to take a little bit of some breathing space consciously. Feel your feet on the ground. Adjust yourselves as you need to arrive more to Shabbat. And take some breath. Let it fill your body. Let it exhale. And just notice the inhaling and the exhaling. Taking in, letting go. Taking in, letting go. I'd like to invite Yolanda to light the candles for us, if you'd be willing. Our Siddur, our prayer book, has the blessings for the candles on page 5. That's not, yes, that's right. And before we light them, bring in some of the energy of Shabbat. This was also thought to be a joyous moment because it ended a 3-week period of mourning. So bring a little bit of that joy in as we welcome Shabbat tonight. Let's breathe and we sing together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ruach haolam asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. So as we flow through this night, we've picked some melodies and some prayers that are part of the Shabbat liturgy, Kabbalat Shabbat, and we've picked a little bit at least one that's a little bit different, but fits this moment. So I invite you to turn to page 12 and 13. Shalom Aleichem, the greeting of angels, greeting of helpers, of messengers. We'll sing Debbie Friedman's melody, more contemplative, and in the last verse, instead of where it says Tzeit Chem to start, which means go in peace, she rewrote it as Shuv Chem, which means stay. So we're going to stay a little bit in this space, and I'll ask us to sing that if you remember when we get there.
Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bochem l'shalom malachei HaShalom, malachei Elyon, mi melech malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Bachuni leshalom, Bachuni leshalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shuvchem leshalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Turn to page 9. Back a little bit. Or page 7 if you're reading in Hebrew, 9 if you're reading in transliteration. We're just going to sing the first verse of Yedid Nefesh. To see my light in your light, basking in your grace. My heart's desire is to harmonize with yours. What a beautiful blessing. Do not conceal your pity. Hide not that light of yours.
Yedid Nefesh Avarachanan Mishor Chavdecha Eretz Onecha Yavetz Avdecha Kemo Ayah Yishtachave Elu Hadarech Tavlo Yedidutecha Minofet Suf Vechol Tam Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 Yai yai lai lai Yai lai lai Yai lai lai Yai lai lai Yai yai
So I'll invite you to turn to page 373, way in the middle. For the words, we'll talk about being in a narrow place, a confined place, and reaching out. And in that reaching out and asking for guidance and for help, the expanse comes. So I offer that, whether that is something to think about in your own space if you have trouble asking for help, when you feel a little lost, or the bigger mystery, asking for help in the unknown. But this is This is a melody and a prayer for that. Did I say the right page? 373? I did, yeah. I didn't get there yet. Top of the first line in Hebrew and in English.
מן המצע קראתיה ענני במרחביה מן המצע קראתיה ענני במרחביה Yadai, 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 מן המצר קראתיה ענני במרחביה מן המצר קראתיה ענני במרחביה ידעי, 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 ידעי,
So Will is tuning a little bit right now, but I actually would say that's a time for all of us to tune a little bit ourselves. So what still needs, keep moving a little bit, a little shifting, a little reorganizing, a little more breath. This Shabbat kind of allows us to keep arriving and keep letting go. It takes time because we're in full on in life, and there's so many things we need to let go of to be able to just feel the peace and the wholeness of Shabbat, the Shalem. So we'll turn to page 41, and this is a prayer that asks us to untie. So it's perfect. I didn't even remember that's where we were going, but that's how it works. What is still needing to be untied? What's still a little bit bound that's asking for your attention? And we sing this together. I'm sorry, it's page 39. Thank you. We're not at L'chadodi. We need just a little bit more. Ana bekoach.
ענה בכוח ידולת, ימינך תרצה רוח, קבל רינת עמך, סגרנו טהרנו נורא, ענה בכוח גדולה, ימינך תרצה רוח, קבל רינת עמך, סגרנו טהרנו נורא, נא גיבור, נא גיבור, נא גיבור, נא גיבור, דורשי ייחודך, דורשי ייחודך כבבת שומר, ענה בכוח גדולת, ימינך תרצה רוח, קבל רינת עמך, סגרנו טהרנו נורא.
Now we're ready to turn the page. L'chadodi, come my beloved, my friend, my lover, my partner. Let us greet Shabbat.
לך דודי לקראת קלה, יללה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יללה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה.
שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ותפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יננה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יננה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. Page 43. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם מסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יננה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יננה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. Page 45. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, 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 שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יננה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה ינני פני שבת נקבלה page 47 ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תריצי אל יד איש בן פרצי בני שמחה ונגילה לך דודי לקראת קלה ינני פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי
לקראת קלה
ינני פני שבת נקבלה בריא ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה
לך דודי לקראת קלה
ינני פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה ינני פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה ינני פני שבת נקבלה. Please be seated. Turn to page 49 for a psalm about gratitude, Shabbat psalm. It's a good thing to give thanks. Let's just say thank you out loud. Thank you. And let's say it again, and really, I'm going to ask you just to say thank you, and then see what you're thankful for after you've said it. Thank you. Amazing. Toda rabah. Gracias. Thank you. What are some things you're thankful for? Rain. You. And you. Right back at you. You're a grandfather. Mazel tov. Wow, that's amazing. Is there a name, Craig? Do you have information more to share you want? No. Raina. We're grateful for rain, and we're grateful for Raina. Amazing. What else? What else are we grateful for? This community. Healing. Love. Grace. Family. The children have returned. Your husband. Her husband. Margie's husband.
The children are about to go on to their beautiful lives.
Amazing. Amen. Okay. For all the things that are here that have not been spoken, let's sing of gratitude. Tov lehodot, page 49. Second line, Hebrew and English. Tov lehodot l'Adonai uzamer l'shimcha elyon להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות. יאללה 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 Adonai, uzamer leshimcha elyon, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות. So I'm going to invite you to put your Sidurim away, your prayer books, for a moment. We're going to flip up the order a little bit tonight. Because we're in this Shabbat of consolation and we're moving from lament to love, as we spoke about, as we've written about in our materials, I'm going to offer this Devar in the middle. So on Wednesday night, we observed Tisha B'Av. We remembered ancient destruction and loss and made space to speak honestly about the personal and collective devastation we know all too well in these days. Tisha B'Av marks the end of what is known as the 3 weeks, a solemn summer period of mourning, commemorating the destruction of the first and second temples. During these weeks, we read from Jeremiah and Isaiah, prophets, warning what happens when a society loses its way. But our tradition doesn't end the story here. Tonight, we arrive at Shabbat Nachamu, from the first words of this week's Haftorah, Nachamu, Nachamu Ami, comfort, comfort my people. This is the first of 7 Shabbatot of consolation, the Shiva de Nechemta. Rabbi Sandra Lawson wrote this week that while we spend 3 weeks journeying towards Tisha B'Av, Judaism gives us 7 weeks afterward, starting tonight, to learn consolation. Healing, she writes, takes longer than grieving. Healing takes longer than grieving. I want to tell you that the calendar moves gracefully from grief to comfort, but it doesn't. Tisha B'Av was Wednesday, and in a few days we'll gather for Tu B'Av, one of the happiest days on our calendar, and that is not a gentle transition. It feels like whiplash or a wave breaking before the last one has finished pulling back. Many layers and relationships with time all at once. I've been living inside this whole period, this last 3 weeks in our Jewish calendar, very differently this year. So some of you may remember a story I shared at a Shabbat in January. My grandmother's twin daughters, born conjoined, shared one set of lungs, shared 10 minutes of breath, together before they died. For decades, no one in my family knew where they were buried. My grandfather kept it from my grandmother out of his own instinct to protect her from grief. And in a miraculous twist of events, I found their resting place this past December 24th, 7 months ago tonight. That timing turns out to matter. My grandmother's twins weren't due until September, around Rosh Hashanah, which means that December, the month I found them, is close to the month she would have first known she was carrying them. As I have recited Kaddish in their honor these past 7 months, baby girls Goldsmiths, because they had no name or names, it has felt in a strange way like I have been some kind of witness to the only life they have had growing in my bubby's belly. And these last 3 weeks have been a different kind of witnessing of my grandmother, whose birthday was July 1st. This year, the 3 weeks observed on the Jewish calendar have coincided with the 3 weeks between my grandmother's birthday and today. A time I found myself imagining my grandmother in the summer of 1944, World War II, a month after D-Day, pregnant with twins in the Michigan summer heat, 3 young children already filling the house, waiting with so much love and anticipation. Tomorrow, on the English calendar, July 25th, is the day the twin girls were born and the day they died. Birth and death, that close together. Hope and devastation, that close together. We tend to imagine these opposites, one canceling the other out, but they don't cancel. Sometimes they share the same 10 minutes of breath. When I found their graves last December, I felt joy, real joy. "Bubby," I said out loud, "we found your babies." And I could see her and feel her clapping her hands together with equal joy. And that same instant, grief arrived too. My Bubby died not ever knowing where her babies were buried. But grief did not erase joy. It showed up together, the way Tisha B'Av and Tu B'Av show up together, 6 days apart on a calendar. From lament to love, that's how we say it, and it sounds linear, as if one thing ends so the next can begin. But sequential time is only one way of understanding a life. Time also stretches around the moments that hold real meaning, real connection. Sometimes it even folds back on itself. My grandmother's grief and my own joy, her waiting and my finding, may still be occurring together somewhere outside of before and after. What was carried silently through generations can resurface decades later, 82 years later in this case, asking not only to be remembered, but to be witnessed, held, healed. The past isn't simply behind us, it's still moving through us, shaping the love we're able to receive and the love we're able to give. Maybe this is part of the mystery of being alive, that even in devastation, something in us keeps reaching toward wholeness. Something keeps moving, connecting us across generations, across loss and longing, across what has broken and what is still becoming. Healing doesn't erase what happened. It lets love keep moving through what happened. I don't know what to call that, but maybe it's comfort. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami. Nachamu, 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 Ami. May my grandmother be remembered for the whole of her, the joy and the grief she carried alone for so long. May baby girls Goldsmith be named in this room tonight and every year this week returns. Their 10 minutes of breath still counted as a life. And may these 7 weeks teach us, as Rabbi Lawson's wrote, the kind of healing, the slow kind, that asks nothing of us but time. Ken yehi ratzon, ken tiyeh ratzonah, may it be so. Shabbat shalom. So I'll invite you to move to, I need to take a breath. If you're with me, you know that I don't normally speak such personal things, but my grandmother has insisted on being here, and so she is, and I am better for it. So we'll turn to page 55 as I'll invite you to rise and bow to your spirit. We turn to our Chatzi Kaddish. our pause and our break between Kabbalat Shabbat and Ma'ariv. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah be'amad yivrach chirutei ve'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kariv ve'imeru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach olam ulal me'al maya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal shmei dekudesha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma ve'imeru amen. Turn to page 57. Yanai, 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 Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach hamevorach Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam va'ed. Yai-dai-dai, yai-na-nai, 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 yai-nai, yai-na-na-na-nai, yai-na-nai, 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 yai-na-nai. Ya la 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 ya. Please be seated. Page 59. Invite you to read silently in traditional version on page 58. Umavir yom umevi laila umavdil ben yom uvein laila Adonai tzavot shemo El chai v'kayam tamidim l'chalenu leolam va'ed Baruch ata Adonai hamariv aravim. This is the time where we bring some more love into the room. So here we are. Welcome to Bishvat. Welcome that energy. Love that goes on forever and ever and ever. And the reminder that the holiness is in each of us. And that we are in the divine image and we are always in relationship with love together. Sing whichever part moves you. Kadoshim tiyu ki kadosh ani. Kadoshim tiyu ki kadosh ani. I am holy because you are holy. Kadoshim tiyu ki kadosh ani. 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 Join me on Ahavat. Ahavat olam.
olam. Ahavat olam. Ahavat
Kadoshim tiyu ki kadosh ani.
Ahavat
Kadoshim tiyu ki kadosh ani. Kadoshim tiyu ki kadosh ani. Kadoshim tiyu ki kadosh ani.
Kadoshim tiyu ki kadosh ani. Kadoshim tiyu ki kadosh ani. Kadoshim tiyu ki kadosh ani. Kadoshim tiyu ki kadosh ani.
So speaking of love, we're in the Shema section of the Torah, and we are going to do something special tonight where there are two kinds of mitzvot, Kriyat Shema and Kriyat Torah. Kriyat Torah is to read the Torah. We have a mitzvah to read the Torah, and we read it on certain days of the week. And we have the Kriyat Shema, which is to recite and to read the Shema, morning and night. And so what we're going to do tonight, because this Torah is the portion where the Shema comes from, is we're going to read the oldest Siddur in the land, which is our Torah. And we're going to bring it out, and we're going to use it. And the Siddur, most of the Siddur, much of the prayer book, are pieces from the Torah. So we're going to bring it out as part of the mitzvah of reading the Shema together. So we're not going to do a blessing because we're not chanting Torah. Yeah, it's different. We're going to do the Kriyat Shema, the mitzvah of saying the Shema together. So I'm going to ask for some help here. If someone will move our candles, they can be placed here. This can move around. And Paul, will you come and open the ark for us? When the ark is open, I'll invite you all to stand. And Jeff, would you be willing to take the Torah and place it on our table? And then when the Torah is on the table, just let's all help open it together and gather around. So come and gather close to the Torah. Okay. If you need your Siddurim, your prayer books to read the Shema, you can find it on page 65. Who's never seen the inside of a Torah? Amazing. Come closer. Yes. Yes. We're gonna do this together. Come close. Don't be shy. Can you grab the reader? Yep. Okay. Can I have two people holding the other end? One person each holding the side that we know what's up. All right, actually, I'm going to stay in the middle. All right, so we are. So everyone where Jeffrey is pointing is the beginning of the Shema. So take a moment because the Torah is open. You can come closer if you want to scoot around. Don't be shy. Come on in. Especially if you haven't seen So we're in the last book of the Torah, and here's where the Shema is happening. And it goes until the end of this paragraph right here. That's the end of the Ve'ahavta. So we're going to say the Shema into the Ve'ahavta together. So as if we were praying, which we are, take a breath together. Shema.
Coming back, I guess.
Stay seated until before the pray. Doshim tihu ki kadosh ani. 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 Have a seat.
I love reading from the Torah. Thank you for reading with all of us together about love. We'll turn to page, let's see, what page are we going to here? Page 79. This is call and response. This speaks about the wonders. The wonders. Who can compare to you? Call and response. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh
Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh
Nora tehilot
Torah tehilot
Osefele
Osefele
Nora tehilot Osefele
Torah tehilot Osefele
Ayanai, ayadai, ayanai, ayandai, ayai Ayadai, ayandai, ayandai, ayadai, ayandai, ayandai, ayai Ayadai, ayandai, ayandai, Mi kamocha
Mi kamocha
ba'elim Adonai
Elim Adonai
Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh
Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh
Nora tehilot
Torah tehilot
Osefele
Osefele
Nora tehilot Osefele
Nora tehilot Osefele
Ayanai, ayadai, ayandai, ayandai, ayai Ayadai, ayandai, ayandai, ayai Ayadai, ayandai, ayandai, ayai Ayadai, ayandai, ayandai, ayandai Ayadai, ayandai, ayandai, ayai Ayadai, ayandai, Ata Adonai Gal Yisrael. Page 83 or 82 in Hebrew, 83 in English. Ufros Aleinu. Spread over us a canopy of peace, of shalem, of wholeness. Ufros Aleinu. Sukkah. Sukkah. Shelomecha. Ufros Aleinu. Sukkah. Sukkah. Shelomecha. Baruch atah Adonai, hapore sukat shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Amen. Page 85. Reminder that Shabbat is ours through generations, before, now, and after. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. היי 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 ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. I'll invite you to rise. We turn to page 91 for our personal prayers. If you're using the Torah, the words of the Siddur, they go to page 107. For your own prayer, prayers of your heart, please be seated when you are complete. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Open my lips, beloved one, and let my mouth declare your praise. Ose shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imru amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. May there be peace on earth, in the heavens, for all. May it come soon in our lifetimes. Amen. So we'll offer Misha Berach for healing, and I'll invite you to call to mind peoples who are in need of some healing energy. And I'm going to say the names of people in our community, and I invite you just to keep letting people come to mind and saying them in the room as I say these names. Victoria Isbister, John Isbister, Anna Levy-Sprick, Melissa Sachs, Reb Zev Chaim Aminadav, Randy Foster, Ava Kotlier, Sarah Kablak, Mildred Anzalone, Rachel Hahn, Ellis Cowan, Margaret Moore, Michelle Jenny, Alex Wen, Deborah Sachs, Sharon Jackson, Jay Boyd, Patty Minetta, Robert Cohen, Linda Weiskopf, Jackie Soslow, Andrea Finn, Cantor Jen Duretz Peled, Jennifer Roberts, Pat Singer, Loretta Bernstein, Patty Minetta, David Leary, Jackie Leary, Allison Kelly.
This is a call and response. Mishabera Avotenu Makor HaChaim Leimotenu Uyevareh V'yirafeh Et HaCholim Et HaCholim El Narefanala El Narefanala El Narefanalo El Narefanalo El Narefanalo El Narefanalo El Narefanalo El
I'd like to invite Abby. I just laid eyes on you. Would you lead us in the prayer for the end of hiding? You can find the prayer for the end of hiding on the back page of your prayer book.
Okay now. All right, let's hear it. As LGBTQ Jews,
We are aware of the loss of integrity we suffer due to the pressures of the larger society. We often feel forced into a dishonest presentation of ourselves to ourselves and others. The LGBTQ individuals who feel they must pretend to be something that they are not. The Jews who feel they must be alienated from the tradition and community to win larger acceptance. Both are victims of a theft of identity and integrity committed by the sexual, gender-identifying, or religious majority. Creator of the universe, we ask that our hiding draw to an end, that we no longer feel we have to pretend, to promise falsely, to renounce ourselves, and that our fullest creative expression as Jews and as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered, and queer people be among the blessings you bestow upon us. Amen. Yes, thank you.
I'd like you to turn to page 121. Our prayer, Aleinu, it's upon us. I'll invite you to rise as we sing together. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שנתן לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. Page 123. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. And turn to page 125. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, היום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד. You may be seated. Turn to page 131, and I'll invite those of you who are in a period of mourning, who are observing a yortzeit, who are calling to mind someone, to rise. I'll come around and say the names. A name of someone you're remembering.
My mother, 19 years today.
Asher Ben Chaim, Betty Rush, Loretta Tannenbaum, Aubrey Morris.
Rich Blum, Baby Girls Goldsmith.
Linda Cooper.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lamei amaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shmei dekudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru, amen. May their memories be for a blessing. Zichrono livracha. Please be seated. I'm going to invite, who's reading our announcements today? Liza or Julie? Who has the honor? Julie. Our board president, everyone, Julie Fishman. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
So welcome to Congregation Bet Havarim, both to those of you here in person and those joining us on Zoom. I'm Julie Fishman. I'm a member of the board and your president. So our deepest gratitude for tonight's service. Thank you so much to our service leaders, Rebecca and Will. Yes. On-site staff and Zoom host, Emily Anzalone, who I think, oh, there she is. Tonight's security officer is Joel Marshall. And thank you very much to tonight's ONEG sponsor, Abby Drew, in honor of Rebecca, Will, Kara, Emily, Sharon, Calvin, and every one of you who makes our shul shine. We are always grateful for the CBH members who join us. If you're a member of CBH, will you raise your hand? Thank you all very much. And anyone who's not a member and wants to find out more about our community, you can speak with any and many of us. I have just a few quick announcements. So we'll be celebrating, as Rebecca mentioned, Tu B'Av on Sunday, this Sunday, July 26th at 2 p.m., with a simple, heart-opening Seder centered on our stories of love in all its forms. Visit our website for details. Join us for a little mahjong here at CBH on Wednesday, July 29th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Next Friday, our Shabbat service will be led by our very own Nancy and Jackie. Woohoo! We'd love to have you attend. And the high holidays are right around the corner, as was mentioned, 7 weeks away. Registration is now available for a 4-part Teshuvah class with Elizabeth Cohen and a 1-session class on setting intentions for the new year with Rabbi Josh, both in August. Check out the CBH calendar for details. As always, there's even more on the horizon. You can find our full schedule on the CBH website. Just click on calendar at the top of the webpage and it will take you to everything you need to know. And then finally, we ask if you're able to stay after services for just a few minutes to help us clean up from the ONEG and assist in tidying up. Many hands make light work. Thank you very much, and Shabbat Shalom. So turn to page 19, where we normally would start with something like this, but because we've transitioned to love, we're finishing with this. Dodi li, my beloved, and my beloved is mine. Call and response, sing either part. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh bashoshanim.
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 Dodi li va'ani lo.
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 Dodi li va'ani lo. Haroeh bashoshanim.
Dodi li va'ani lo.
Haroeh bashoshanim. Dodi li va'ani lo.
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 Dodi li va'ani lo. Haroeh bashoshanim.
דודי לי ואני לו, הרואה בשושנים. דודי לי ואני לו, הרואה בשושנים. דודי לי ואני לו, הרואה בשושנים.
I'd like to invite Toby to come up and lead us in the Kiddush. Everyone have Kiddush? And this is on page, what page is it on? 119 if you want to follow along.
You want to do it here?
All right, yes.
Sabri Chavarai, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei uri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzav banu, v'shabbat kodsho v'ahava uvratzon hichilanu, zikaron l'ma'aseh b'reshit, ki hu yom tefilah l'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim, ki elenu karata, yotanu kidashta, la'avodatecha, v'shabbat kodshecha, v'ahava u'ratzon, hichaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh hashabbat. Amen. L'chaim. L'chaim.
Yasher Koach, Toby. All right, so everybody, with consent, touch someone who's touching the challah. I did it.
Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Enjoy the beautiful oneg, each other. Shabbat Shalom.
No, you have to follow. So start writing now.
I gotta find some more family members.
God.